I think the hard part about life is what happens behind the scenes because seemingly everything is working out for me. The videos I'm posting on Instagram are actually working out. They're getting views, 25,000 likes consistently, and that's something that no creator ever gets. My engagement is insane. Every time I post a video, it's gonna get like above 10,000 likes. And for most people, that's like a once in a month occurrence. So that's good, right? The results are there. It's working out. Sponsors are reaching out. I got the 7 Continents Challenge paid for by the Ketone IQ, the company I've been working with this whole year. Or not working with, but using their product the whole year. And I started working with them a couple months ago, maybe 2 or 3. Everything's seemingly working out, right? The hard part about life is like, what's happening behind the scenes? How am I changing behind closed doors that the public will never see? And that's the difficult part because like, I figured out how to make a viral video. These things are not difficult, Once you learn the equation, it's there and it's like, all right, I also have the context and like lots of things that are pushing for me, the algorithm, the videos, the following, the momentum, that's pushing for this video to go viral as well. So like there's those things to consider. But behind closed doors, like how do I resolve conflict with a buddy of mine? How do I become better personally? How do I live up to the promises that I make? How do I not over-index myself? Because now I'm getting to the spot where people are relying on me. But the difficult part is that I don't make any money from this content yet. It's very capital intensive to do anything in this world worth doing on your own. Starting a company, starting on social media, whatever it is, like unless it's producing money already, it's very difficult to go out there from the ground and bootstrap your way into making money from anything. That's a very difficult thing of life. So it's no different with social media. And so for me to do that now and then as well achieve results, so now people like brands or my friends or other content creators are reaching out and with opportunities, but then they're also relying on me in that moment. And I have to rely on myself to fund all the different ventures. Like the difficult part is how do I balance all this and how to emerge every day without stepping on anyone's toes or backtracking progress. You got to step on people's toes. Mistakes are going to happen, all these different things. But like, can I get through today as best I can? That way it doesn't have a meaningful stunt in that growth or not meaningful, but like a disruptive. That's a better word. Disruptive stunt. Whatever the words I'm looking for. How do I not stop the momentum today by screwing up? So it's a fun dance to play because there will never be a shortage of problems that pop up on the day-to-day life and little things that I have to learn and slowly reshape my character and who I am to the core. And everyone's going to have their opinion and they're going to say things, or others just won't care whatsoever. And so basically like the ones who care don't actually care, but they want to throw their opinions on you because that's the easy thing to do. The ones who don't care, they're never going to tell you. They're just going to like laugh at you from the sidelines and you won't even have the knowledge that there's something wrong. Someone who truly cares for you will tell you what's wrong, but even then, I talk with my best friend all the time and he doesn't know how to communicate in the style that I like and I receive well. So someone could have the best intentions for you and try to communicate that to you and still not get the point across because your brain is just wired different. So in all these different scenarios, like how do you balance reputation, learning and extracting value from every situation and emerging from the day without, slowing down the momentum? What would slowing down the momentum look like? Well, I've made a promise to give footage to the sponsor so that they can help me edit a video because there's just so much going on right now that there's so many videos I could film and edit and get posted, but can I really follow through on all that? I don't know. And so then they want the footage, that way the thing that's valuable to them actually gets out because, there's a lot of things that are difficult. All the while, all my friends are telling me that I need to post videos. And yes, I know that. What order am I supposed to post the videos? How do I not say something terribly wrong, That way I don't mess up that momentum. But back to this example, I'm supposed to be sending this footage to the company. Well, that requires me to sit down for probably 3 hours and sort through all the footage from all 50 states this year. And so that's what I'll be doing tonight after I get this video posted, because that's a promise I made yesterday that I didn't follow through on, because I was working with the nonprofit that I volunteer with. So like, not only am I volunteering my time with a good cause, and as well like editing all these videos on my own without making any money, but then people are asking me to do things without paying me, and like I'm having to have conversations with friends and like balance all these different things. And there's birthdays going on right now. It's the Christmas season. There's lunch and friends and like people to see. So you have to balance everything. Life is a balancing act. Like, it's just, there's a million things. You're going to make mistakes, all these different things. But the hard part is just what happens behind closed doors as you're figuring it all out. That's the interesting part. This is the spot where most people give up. They don't want to learn how they can become better today. They would rather just rot on Netflix. Now, the past like 2 weeks, I've done a pretty fair amount of scrolling on Instagram because I don't have that time constraint of like, oh, I've got a marathon to run next weekend. So then now I have to get better personally at setting like a clear vision for the next trip, and then clear deadlines that are self-imposed. That way I still have the temporal, push. I guess that's the best way to describe the situation, to not procrastinate till the end. I know I can do all this work. Can I do it in a timely manner across the span of a month instead of, overnight in 3 days, last minute, and with like poor results? Break down this massive goal into small pieces, take it on one day at a time, and deal with everything as it pops up along the way. Figure out what's wheat and chaff, what's just noise, and then what's something you should really listen to and worth hearing. What are the most meaningful, most impactful things I could do today? Because to be quite honest, like, should I sit down and do this footage for 3 hours? I can do that tomorrow, but there's videos that need to get posted. So even in this conversation, as I'm talking out these thoughts, like, I've signed a contract. 7 Continents is going to happen. Whether they like it or not, the footage that I have on my phone will get posted, but it just might not be tomorrow, I think that's what brands don't understand about startup creators, because no one understands these things about anyone. No one takes the time to think, why are they not living up to their word? Probably because they have a lot going on mentally, internally, that they don't even know about. They're a contradiction. I'm seemingly productive, but at the same time, like, I wasted 6 hours today and took a 2-hour nap. The videos are getting 25,000 likes. That guy is super inspiring. But at the same time, behind closed doors, is he really as productive as he seems? You see what I mean? Like, that's why they say don't meet your heroes, because you realize, holy cow, they're actually not as great as I thought they were. But at the same time, like, they are great. And so then behind closed doors, if they're not this, like, if they're just like me, if they're not this crazy picture of who I could become one day, they're just like a regular Joe Schmo that deals with the same problems that I do. Honestly, I do think it is a good thing to meet your heroes, because then you realize they're no different than me. I've gotten to meet a lot of really big runners in the space that I respect, and then content creators as well. And when I realize that behind the closed doors, they're not that different than I am, that gives me the confidence I could go out there and become that next content creator or whatever it is. So then maybe it is a good thing to meet your heroes. It's just, in all things, have a lens for people that is kind of like, why are they acting like this behind closed doors? I don't even know how to describe it. This is my life's work. How do I understand these things to the core so that I can teach this to other people? That'll be my life's work. One of us.